Please, let me fight for you. They've treated you unfairly for too long. I can take them to court.
No,
I know how.
I said no. Leave my house, Amina. Never fight for me.
But
go.
The phone had been ringing for 3 days. Mallam Haruna knew it was Yusuf before he even looked at the screen. Yusuf was the only person who still called on the landline, a habit from the old days when mobile phones were for people who had somewhere urgent to be. Haruna had nowhere urgent to be. He was 71 years old, his knees hurt when it rained, and he spent most afternoons in the same plastic chair outside his door, watching the neighborhood's children grow into people he no longer recognized. He let it ring. It was a girl from Daily Pyramid, a paper so small Haruna had never heard of it, who had come to his door 2 weeks earlier. Young, serious glasses, a recorder she kept placing on his table like an offering. She was investigating land fraud in the emirate. A name had appeared in a 1987 court record connected to disputed property, and that name had led her, through a chain of dusty clerks and patient afternoons, to a confession document that made no sense when held against everything else in the file. "You confessed to stealing 40,000 naira from your employer," she said. "But your employer's own testimony says the money was discovered missing on a Thursday. The record shows you were in Kaduna on Thursday. There's a hospital receipt. Your mother's name is on it." Haruna looked at the recorder. That was a long time ago. "The person who actually took the money," she said carefully, "their initials appear on a separate internal ledger that was never entered into evidence. YH." She paused. "Your brother's name is Yusuf, Haruna." The compound was very quiet. "What is it you want to write?" Haruna asked. "The truth," she said, "if you'll let me." He poured her tea and told her to leave. He had made the decision in a single night in 1987 on a wooden bench outside his mother's ward at Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital. She was 60 years old and her heart was already speaking in the wrong rhythms. Yusuf had come to him weeping, the kind of weeping that belongs only to men who have never suffered real consequences. Loose, terrified, genuinely surprised that the world had turned solid beneath them. "They will arrest me tomorrow," Yusuf had said. "It will kill her. You know it will kill her." Haruna knew. He had always known things about their mother that Yusuf never bothered to learn, because Yusuf was the charming one, the one she sang about to neighbors, the one whose school fees she paid first. He confessed the next morning. He told himself 4 years was not a life. He was wrong, but not in the way he expected. The years themselves passed. What did not pass was the last time he saw his mother's face, the way she looked at him at his sentencing, not with hate, but with a sorrow so complete it had no room left for anger. She died 11 months into his sentence. Yusuf sent word through a peasant. He did not visit the prison. Afterward, Yusuf built his life with the confidence of a man whose foundations had been quietly inspected and approved. The business, the title, the speeches. He married twice, built a house in Nasarawa GRA, and became the kind of man who was asked to settle other people's disputes. They exchanged pleasantries at funerals. They had never, in 37 years, spoken about that night on the bench. Haruna picked up the phone on the 4th day, not because he had forgiven anything, not because Yusuf deserved the sound of his voice. He picked it up because he was old now, and he had learned that some things must be witnessed to be real, and Yusuf had spent 37 years making sure there were no witnesses. "Haruna," his brother's voice was thin, sick. "I know why you're calling," Haruna said. A long silence. "The girl from the newspaper? What you did, our mother never knew. I made sure of that." He paused. "I am the only one who made sure of anything for this family. I want you to say that you know it." The line was very still. "Say it, Yusuf." Outside, a child laughed at something and ran past his gate. The afternoon light was the particular gold of the harmattan, the same color it had always been, the same color it was the day he walked out of Kigo Prison with nothing in his hands and no one waiting. He listened to his brother breathe.